Hello and Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. It's very nice to see you. It's nice to be together. I think that you'll agree, amidst what's happening in the world around us, being together is very nice, particularly in our space. There's a reason why this is called the sanctuary, because it can be very much our sanctuary. To protect us and unite us and to allow us to navigate through what's going on in our Jewish world. So if you have not seen yet, it was just really completed today. If you go to cbiboca.org to our website, the second you get there, there'll be a little drop-down menu immediately when you get to the page, and it's a whole Israel section, and you can press there, and it talks about a lot of pieces of Israel, places to donate, places to learn. We're going to have two opportunities next week for sort of an open forum conversation about how people are doing, how people are individually navigating through this mess. And there are, like I said, opportunities to give. There are also moments for us to think of those who cannot be with us at our Shabbat tables. There's a page on there from the Jerusalem Post that talks about all of those who are still in the hands of Hamas, and for us to see some of those names and some of those faces, and for us to connect with them. So it's always nice to be with everyone, but in these days, it's especially nice to see everyone and to be together on this Shabbat. I've been saying on the Shabbat message for the last 3 weeks that we say Shabbat Shalom, and what we're trying to do really hard is to bring a lot of Shalom into our Shabbat. And so I hope that we can continue to do that for our community. If you don't know who is standing up here and talking to you, and who's standing up here, that's Cantor Muchnick. I'm Rabbi Keller. You are, in fact, at Congregation B'nai Israel. If you wandered into the wrong shul, this is your time to go, although I hear the oneg is going to be delicious, and so you might want to decide to stay. Not only is it Shabbat, it is Pink Shabbat, where we are partnered with Sharsheret, so I believe the desserts also have a pink theme to them. So you might not want to miss out on all this pink. We are both wearing pink. I am told I'm wearing pink. I'm colorblind, but I'm told I'm wearing pink. So you could tell me it's orange, and I'd believe you, but I'm pretty sure it's wearing pink. That I'm wearing pink. If you're wearing pink, thank you for listening and coming in pink. You look great if you're wearing pink. I'm not sure. So you look fabulous, everyone. Is everyone in pink?
Just about.
All right, great. Okay, so thank you. I don't know. Hello to our live stream. Hoping that our presumption is that it is working, and so we're happy that you're joining us as well. If this is your first time or your 100th time or 1,000th time being here, reach under your seat. That's where your prayer book is. Reach right under. It should be right under your seat. Make sure that the cover of your book says Shabbat on it. If your cover of your book says weekday and festival, that's not the book you should be using. Find a buddy around you and swap books with them so that you'll be using the book that says Shabbat on it, because it's Shabbat. And that'll make a lot more sense if you have that one. On the live stream, if you are joining us, happy that you're here. Like I mentioned, you can follow along with our virtual prayer book, cbiboca.org, top left corner, hit menu, and then services, and scroll down a bit, and then you will see there's a button for your virtual prayer book. We are going to continue the service with lighting of Shabbat candles, which can be found on page 2. And amidst the Shabbatiness that begins right now and goes all the way until tomorrow night at sundown, someone pretty awesome named Ryder is going to become bar mitzvah And so we are excited for him tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock in this very room. So our suggestion is stay, have oneg, and just sleep over with us. And then you'll be here in the morning for the service for Ryder at 10 a.m. So we're going to invite Ryder and his family, Amanda and Michael and Mia and Skylar, to join us up here on the bima so that you can light Shabbat candles for us. We're on page 2. Now that Shabbat has officially started for us, I'm just talking, whispering to myself here, just like whispering to myself. You couldn't hear me. Now that Shabbat has officially started, and our 25 hours have begun, we can all take a deep breath, release that last week out for all of us, and breathe in the sweetness of Shabbat, and we will continue to make these 25 hours sweet with the words of Kiddush, which can be found on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron lemaaseh v'reishi Ki hu yom tehila lemikra e kodesh zeher litziyat mitzrayim ki vanu veharta veotanu kidashta mikol hamim veshabbat kodshecha behava uvratzon hinhiltanu Baruch atah Adonai Emkadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. All right, have some.
All right. Do I drink it all?
Yeah,
All right.
drink it all. There we go.
Is that wine or grape juice?
That was grape juice.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Tillmans. You guys can sit. Thank you. Ryder asked after he drank the whole thing if it was juice or wine. So, and I don't know if he was happy or sad with the outcome, but it was not wine. It was juice. So we are going to continue with Kabbalat Shabbat. We brought Shabbat in with the lighting of Shabbat candles into our midst, exhaling that previous week, moving into and breathing in a sweeter, hopeful week for us. We then sweetened it with the words and the brachot and of the taste of kiddush and the wine and the juice that we got to sip. And so now we continue with Kabbalat Shabbat into the crown of Kabbalat Shabbat, the moment that Shlomo Halevi was sitting in Tzfat, in the Kabbalistic city of Tzfat in the north of Israel, reflecting on Shabbat, reflecting in the 16th century on what it meant to be connected in Shabbat, what it meant to be connected in that moment in Tzfat, in the Kabbalistic city. He was so inspired, he was so connected, that he wrote the words of Lecha Dodi on page 20 and 21. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we get to verse 9, we'll be standing and facing the door to welcome in the Shabbat bride. Again, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, page 20 and 21.
Shemo
Please be seated. We continue now with Chatzi Kaddish, which can be found on page 26.
Yitkadal veyitkadash shemei rabba bilma divrach yirute ve'amlich malchute becha yechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Bagala uvizman kari ve'immeru Amen Yehishmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Lol Mehamaya Yitzbarach Ve'yishtabach V'yitpar v'yitroma v'yitnaseh Ve'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal Shemei dekudisha berichu leila Min kol berchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran be'olma ve'immeru. Amen.
We continue with our call to worship with Baruch Hu, page 28, and together we stand. For making night, Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim B'chokhma Poteach She'arim U'Bevanea Meshane Itim U'Chalif Et Hazmanim U'Mesader Et HaKochavim B'Mishmerotem Barakia Kirtzono. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening Baruch Ata Adonai HaMa'ariv Aravim. We continue on page 33. At the bottom, in the English, let's alternate paragraphs. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love and this holiest of your works, living language that gives it form. Baruch Ata Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael, 34:35.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leholam Va'ed.
Please be seated. We continue V'ahavta on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, there's eternally Egypt, there's a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together, Micha Mocha on page 40. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts, in eternity, in our thoughts, that we may lay down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim, Hashkivenu on page 42.
Ashkive
We continue now with the Amidah on page 46, and together we stand.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fia gitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'hibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah Rav leHoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Zomech noflim v'rofei cholim, U'matir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha bal gevurot umidom elach melech memit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua v'neman ata lehachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol, Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
We continue silently now, beginning here on page 52 through page 62. When you're finished, please be seated. So if you are wearing pink, or you notice that we're wearing pink, as I mentioned at the beginning of the service, it is, of course, connected to our wonderful partnership, or an ongoing partnership with Sharsheret, the organization that improves the lives of Jewish women and families living with or at increased genetic risk for breast or ovarian cancer through support and through educational outreach. And if you were here yesterday, I had a chance to be here for at least my first at CBI here in Boca. Challah Bake. Was that yesterday? Was that yesterday? So it was yesterday. But if you were here, you would have seen an incredible sight. I'm going to go with 250 women-ish who were proudly here yesterday morning, not just about the challah and about the delicious food like we always have from VIP at our congregation, but the camaraderie and the connection and age spanning of all ages, from very, very young women to all ages. And I have to say, it was beautiful, it was incredible, it was emotional, and both Cantor Muchnick and myself went in just to say hello at the beginning, and then we left quickly because there was a lot of estrogen in that room. And it was very overpowering, and I was like, oh, okay. There's a lot of women in this room, and everyone's wearing pink. It was very overwhelming, but it was beautiful, and it was wonderful, and it was meaningful, and we hope it's the first of many of these opportunities for us to be together, and for us to be in community, and of course for us to support Sharsheret. And so it is not a coincidence that yesterday was our challah bake, and tonight is our pink Shabbat. And so it is a great pleasure to invite up to the bima Sarah Walsh, who is the director of the Florida region. Is that right? No. She's a program coordinator. I thought I'm gonna just give you a title. She's in charge of everything. I'm gonna just elevate her title further and further as we go, and then you'll hear from Sarah the actual information. But I'm just gonna say we're so happy to have Sarah here, especially on this weekend. You were here yesterday, so you got to be in that awesome room, and now you get to be here with us. So thank you so much for being here and sharing some words with us and teaching us. And we are thrilled to have you. And both of these are on for you. And
Thank you.
There you go. All right. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. Yesterday really was truly amazing. And if you were there, I apologize. You're going to hear this speech again. I want to thank the rabbi and the cantor for inviting me here today and allowing me to share this Shabbat with you. I also just want to say mazel tov to the bar mitzvah boy. It's bringing back so many memories for me when my children were b'nai mitzvah. So mazel tov to the family as well. My name is Sarah Walsh, and I am the Florida Program Coordinator for Sharsheret, as well as a breast cancer survivor. Our hearts and minds are in the East, and I know we are all distracted by the events in Israel. I pray for the people of Israel and all of our family and friends impacted both in Israel and around the world. Sharsheret is the Jewish breast and ovarian cancer community. Sharsheret improves lives through psychosocial support and saves lives through educational outreach, serving women and families before, during, and after a diagnosis of breast or ovarian cancer. All programs are free of charge, confidential, and tailored to callers' unique needs. Founded in 2001, Sharsheret has provided support, community education, and professional education to more than 250,000 individuals. We have offices in New York, New Jersey, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Florida. Our trained social workers and genetic counselor confidentially answer questions, share resources, make connections, and offer support, all customized to the needs of individual callers, and like I said, free of charge. Sharsheret also offers tailored programs for those living with metastatic disease, facing cosmetic side effects of cancer treatments, raising children while dealing with cancer, survivors, and much more. We provide qualified individuals with need-based subsidies for certain non-medical services, such as customized human hair wigs, three-dimensional tattoos to complete breast reconstruction, and cold capping to diminish hair loss during chemotherapy. Sharsheret means chain in Hebrew, with the idea that we are all links in a chain supporting one another. Isn't that the essence of coming to synagogue? When people stand together, linking arms, the whole of our community becomes greater than the sum of its parts. So let's do a little exercise. Raise your hand, and if you feel comfortable, keep it raised. If you have faced breast or ovarian cancer, if a family member has been diagnosed with breast or ovarian cancer, if a friend or community member has been diagnosed with breast or ovarian cancer. As you can see, this is an issue that impacts all of us. So why is breast cancer and ovarian cancer a Jewish issue? Let me start with some general statistics. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime, and 1 in 72 will be diagnosed with ovarian cancer. However, the Jewish community is at increased risk due to the BRCA gene mutation, otherwise known as the BRCA mutation, with 1 in 40 men and women of Ashkenazi Jewish descent at risk of carrying the mutation, compared to 1 in 400 in the general population. The BRCA mutations trigger up to an 88% lifetime risk for breast cancer and up to 45% lifetime risk for ovarian cancer, as well as an increased risk for men for prostate, as well as pancreatic, male breast cancer, and melanoma. In addition to the BRCA mutations, there are numerous other mutations that you should know about, including ATM, CHEK2, PALB2, gene mutations associated with Lynch syndrome, and others. I know how hard it is to put our health first. However, we must be aware of our risks and take action. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my breast cancer journey. In July of 2016, I was a 47-year-old single mom raising 2 young children, very involved with my aging parents, working a full-time job, and enjoying a thriving social life. I was busy, to say the least. Managing my health was not exactly a priority, but something told me to get a mammogram. It was that little voice inside my head. Due to my dense breasts, I had an ultrasound as well. The technician spent a lot of time on one area of my left breast and then called in the radiologist. He said, this is concerning. Not exactly what someone wants to hear. He called me a few days later to tell me that I had breast cancer, and to be honest, I wasn't surprised. I just knew. In typical Sarah fashion, I kept it moving. From that day forward, my life was filled with doctor's appointments, recommendations, and decisions to make. Luckily, the cancer was found early and very treatable. Due to my age and Ashkenazi descent, I had genetic testing done, but the results were not back, and to be honest, I didn't think much of it. So after weighing the pros and cons, I decided that I wanted to have a bilateral mastectomy. I was 47 and thought, let's just do this. It just made sense to me. The surgery was a long 8 hours with several weeks of recovery. I didn't have to spend time without breasts and didn't need chemo or radiation. I was extremely lucky. My friends organized a food train, and I had so much support from the community for myself and for my children. Someone at the time mentioned Sharsheret and said that I should call, but being a licensed clinical social worker used to providing the support, I said, nah, I'm good, I'm fine. But I wish I would have called. After my surgery, I had a routine post-op appointment with my oncologist. As I walked into the examining room, the technician handed me a sheet of paper and said, here are your genetic testing results. The doctor will be with you in a minute. As I scanned the document, there it was, BRCA positive. Now, that was shocking to me. What does this mean? What do I do now? Luckily, I had a wonderful genetic counselor who guided me through the next steps. I eventually had my ovaries removed and then a hysterectomy. I do active surveillance on my body and health, and thank goodness I am in total remission. My hope is that after hearing my story, you will prioritize your health and listen to your body. Listen to that voice that says, I need to schedule my mammogram or any other type of screening that you need, and do it. Call Sharsheret if you have any questions. Meet with a genetic counselor. Do what you need to do to be proactive with your health. Our hope at Sharsheret is that each of you walk away from today empowered to pay attention to your body and your own health needs. Each of us in this room can take this day of awareness and turn it into action. Pick up the phone and schedule your screening. Ask your family about your cancer history and talk to our genetic counselor. Consider genetic testing if it's right for you. But most importantly, like I said, pay attention to your body, and if something doesn't look or feel right, don't ignore it. Join me in taking action together. There are many ways to get involved and volunteer with Sharsheret, as well as baking pies for our Pies for Prevention initiative, mahjong tournaments, parlor meetings, and much more. You can also join us for our 10th annual South Florida Soiree on Saturday, November 18th at 8 p.m. at the Design Center for the Americas in Davie, or join our Team Sharsheret for the A1A Half Marathon or Full Marathon on Sunday, February 18th. I will be here to join you for your own egg, and if you have any questions, please feel free to talk to me. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for sharing the information with us. Thank you for sharing your personal and heroic story and all the perseverance and the wise and sage advice that we always like to tell our loved ones, which is just get checked over and over again for whatever you need to get checked with. It's never good to put anything off. And so thank you for sharing that with us and thank you for being part of our community tonight, and thank you for making our space nice and pink so that we as a whole community can be part of this. We have. By the way, I think it's on the way out. There's a lot of information, a lot of literature, a lot of, and this was I like for everything, cool swag, so that you can also take with you just as a reminder with all the websites and information and follow up if you or anyone that you love, care about, friends or family would need it. It's all outside and in the rotunda. So on our way out, before you do head to the Oneg, to all of the pink desserts, please take a moment and pick up one of those items. And as Sarah said, I'm sure that she'd be able to and happy to chat with you if you have any questions. And we will continue to always support Sharsheret, not just this year, but every year and all the time. And we are very, very strong partners and proponents of making sure that we are all healthy and happy. So thank you again. And in reference to our health, and in reference to our community. We think of those in our community who are in need of healing, that physical, emotional, or spiritual healing. We think of Annie Rosenfield, Asher Ben Karen Fay, Barbara Newmark, Bonnie Kleinman, Daniel Bernstein, David Field, Evelyn Greenfield, Gary Baker, Gary Bandel, Harav Avraham Ben Yehudit, Howard Rosenbluth, Ira Kafka, Itzachana, Bella Bat Rivka, Janet Cohen, Diane Brownick, Stuart Benson, Cheryl Cutler, Joanne Permit, Carol Porowich, Elliot Porowich, Randy Hirschhorn, Sarah Bat Rebecca, Stephen Tenner, Julian Middleman, Marcy Cheryl, Masha Zelda, Shlomo Yaakov, Ben Dvora Fradel, Harriet Ginsburg, Joan Seidman, J.R. Morano, Lillian Bichelle, Lillian Rosenblatt, Mark Davis, Naomi Kirstein, Rachel Bat Shoshana, Arena Fields, Richard Rosenbluth, Richard Shankman, Diane Spiro, Robert K., Shari Martin, Shana Call, Shirley Kafka, Sloan Kasten, Tova Bat Sarah Ariel Lev, Zahava Golda Bat Nechama, Ryan Seidman, Stanley Geddes, Eric Kupferberg, Beth Spector, Roy Schwedelson, Elika Kayla, Miriam Sarah Bat Gittel Tova, Marcia Davis, Mira Bat Laser Valea, Brandon Lowe, Julius Rosenberg, Jerry Campbell, Robert Rosenberg, Tova Simcha, Bat Josefa, Joshua Salad, Verda Weig, Worth, Yanka Elka, Bat Leah, Helen Golden Vomer, Talia Bat Shulamit, Ellen Field, David Field, Shmuela Bat Fega, Nelson Soto, Lenore Freeman, Renee Nurnberg, Ruth Rothenberg, Amanda Weinman, Bob Dobrin, Tori Bendel, Joe Samet, Christine Sesnet, Avigail Bat Simona Zahava, Sue and Saul Losner. To those names, we had any name that you'd like to add at this time. Mishabach can be found on page 253 in your Siddur. 253. Some announcements for you on Erev Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Welcome to our members and to our guests. We're happy that you're here. Mazel Tov to the Tillman family and Ryder becoming Bar Mitzvah celebration tomorrow. You all right, buddy? Great. All right. Just make sure you're all right. Great. It's like the one spotlight on you right there. We're gonna work on that between now and tomorrow at 10. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna like run through it a couple of times. Are you cool? You cool with that? Good. All right. Cool. Great. So tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Don't forget. Cool. All right. You can join me if you'd like for the second class on prayer. We had a beautiful discussion on prayer, particularly looking at our own prayer books, at our own Sidurim. Last night, the second class, there are only two classes, so the second class is November 2nd at 7 p.m. You're welcome to join us and do a little studying with us and with me about the prayer book and prayer in general. You can also join the clergy for, we're calling it Candid Conversations, Navigating the Conflict in Israel. For a town hall style meeting with Q&A. We're offering two different times to do it. There's a daytime one and a nighttime one in case you can't make one or want to come to both. So the first one's going to be this Monday, October 30th at 9:45 a.m. in the chapel if you want to join us. It's an open forum. We're going to actually have an open forum, and then we're actually going to if need be, pass out some pieces of paper for anonymous questions that we'll collect and ask because maybe some people don't want to ask some more complicated questions in public. So we'll be doing both an open dialogue and also have people will want to write down their thoughts. And so that's going to be Monday at 9:45, and then a week from today, November 3rd, right after services. So during Oneg next week, we'll be able to get together. While we're enjoying a little bissel of dessert, we'll have a chance to come together and discuss also. So two different times. One on Monday, and then one again a week from today after Oneg. Our 39th annual Feed the Community has officially begun. There are many ways you can participate. You can sponsor a meal through our website, donate a fall harvest box, thanks to the Myrick Family Produce. You can host a neighborhood drive, bake cookies, volunteer at Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church on the day of the event, which is November 22nd. Torah and Tea. That's a Jewish women's roundtable conversation with Rabbi Khan that begins this week on Wednesday at 10:30. You can join Rabbi Khan to read and discuss each week's Torah portion from the women's commentary over tea and cookies. So if you weren't in before, now I'm going because there's tea and cookies. I don't know, there's food, I'm going. What's that? Oh, thank you. That is 10:30 on Wednesday. 10:30 a.m. on Wednesday. Also, join us for in-person book club with author Barbara Pressman on Thursday, November 16th at 7 p.m. You may purchase her book, Hannah's Letters, a Sequel. You can buy it through us if you like. It's $10. Also, save the date for our 40 years of CBI at our Ruby Gala. So save the date. March 2nd, 2024 is our 40-year celebration, Ruby Gala. It will be elegant and wonderful and fabulous, and you won't want to miss it. And like I began our service, if you go to CBIBoca.org right now, immediately a drop-down menu will be there. It's all going to be about Israel. So once you hit that little drop-down menu, it'll take you to several ways to connect to Israel, to donate to Israel, to learn about what's happening there, a couple of websites that we can all be looking at. And, by the way, a lot of questions for people about how we can donate goods. So there is an Amazon wish list also. So all you have to do is pick one of those 2 or 3 items, hit send, it automatically shows up where it's supposed to show up for us. So we'll collect it. we'll have it, and then we'll make sure it gets to Israel. We have a system of getting it to Israel. So super easy. Go on, click. You want 4 of these, 5 of these, whatever, enter, and it comes right to our storage area, and it goes right to Israel. We'll make sure it gets to Israel. We have, if you haven't heard, we've already delivered 15,000 pounds of goods to Israel from Congregation B'nai Israel. So 15,000 pounds, 331 boxes, countless pallets, and close to 30 different filled duffel bags, not only of supplies, but also of a ton of tactical gear. And we're getting a lot of those messages, particularly on Instagram, directly from those soldiers who are thanking us by name. Thank you, Congregation B'nai Israel in Boca, for all of the supplies. And some of those supplies are actually going to very particular groups. And if you see some of the videos that are on Instagram and on Facebook, they're some of the elite fighting force that we're helping to supply, because their faces are actually all covered for their own safety too. So no one knows who they are, and we're actually literally helping to supply them in what's happening in Israel. So please take part in all of that. And if you missed anything that I'm saying, it's all on our website, cbiboca.org, and you can see it all there. We continue now with Aleinu. Is that right, Cantor Muchnick? Do you want to say anything else? You know, I like to ask every week because, you know, one week you might surprise me. Is it that week? It's not. Okay. So he has nothing to add. We continue with Aleinu 282, and together we stand.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Before reciting Mourner's Kaddish, Kaddish Yatom, want to mention the passing of Saul Barrick, father of our member Bruce Barrick. That funeral will take place this Sunday at 10:15 a.m. And I think there was a life cycle notice that went out with all of the details to the congregation just before Shabbat started. In the period of Shloshim, the immediate 30-day mourning period, we think of Morris Bluestein, Elaine Solomon, Dr. David James Cohen, Mel Parker, Samuel Ron, Terry Stern. And the yortzites that occur for us this week: Pauline Melman, Lance Peller, Ira Fuderman, Jacqueline Herskowitz, Marcia Zieger, Abraham J. Lester Rebun, Abraham Greenberg, Charlotte Gold, Harry Berger, Ruth Bram Berger Metzger, Molly Flom, Jack Perry, Michael Gladson, Irving Kane, Carol Wexler, David Perlman, Ralph Walpert, Stanley Ginsberg, Irving Arnoldi, Ann Austin, Marvin Lieberman, Marilyn Friedman, Lonnie Watts. To those names, we had any name that you'd like to add at this time? We continue with Kaddish Yatom, Mourner's Kaddish, page 294. יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך חיותי והמליך מלכותי, בחיי חון וביומי חון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה וזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, as together we say amen. Please be seated. If you are under the age of bar and bat mitzvah and you want to join us over here for a little challah, a little motzi, come on down. Under the age of bar and bat mitzvah, come on down. If you have not become a bar or bat mitzvah, come on down for some pink challah. Is it pink? Oh, no. We baked it ourselves. Cantor Mushnik is an expert pink challah baker. It tastes pink. It tastes like the rainbow. It tastes like the rainbow. It's like Skittles. They taste like Skittles. They don't taste like Skittles. Let's do motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
We conclude our service with Shalom Aleichem, which I think can be found on page 24. 24. To Sarah, who could be here with us on this Shabbat. Mazel Tov to Ryder for tomorrow, and thank you all for being here also to celebrate Erev Shabbat. Adonai Oz La'amo Yiten, Adonai Varech et Amo V'Shalom. May God, who gives strength unto our people, continue to bless us with hope and strength and love and peace. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.